ask you about this. Driverless cars, or correctly called autonomous vehicles. It just seems so far off to me. Is it that far off, Mark?
Well, when you look at some of the technology, the building blocks are there. Clearly, there's a lot of fast development right now on the software and the algorithms that will help a fully autonomous vehicles. The capability of things like sensors and sonars, and particularly cameras, are advancing very, very fast. But when you look at the implementation of autonomous vehicles, it's going to be dependent on the pace of the technology development. It's going to be dependent on the pace of the regulatory and legal environment, and it's going to be dependent on the economics and the costs.
Are the regulators ready for this?
Well, I think they're thinking about it. We're engaging in discussions as well as other competitors are. But as in most cases, you do see technology lead the regulatory environment because it moves so fast.
And it's one thing to have technology lead regulatory environments in certain sectors. It's another when you're talking about cars and safety.
Absolutely, and even things like we're engaging ethicists on this problem.
Really?
I mean, think about it. If an autonomous car is driving down the road and it sees in a crosswalk, let's say a mother walking across with a baby carriage, and the car can't brake for whatever reason, and if they turn to the left, they see children playing on the sidewalk, and on the right, maybe an elderly couple walking down, where does the car go?
What do you do?
So those are the type of things that we're working on.
Well, and if an autonomous car is driving on the road and one that is a regular car is behind it, it stops so it doesn't hit something. It can't prevent what other cars that aren't run by computers do.
Yeah, until all vehicles are part of a big neural network, that won't happen.
So are we going to get there? Are we going to get to a Jetson-like future, albeit on the roads and not in the air?
I do think in major urban areas where you can do the 3D mapping and the high definition mapping, and the environment is right for the sensors and the sonars and the cameras in the vehicle, that it will get there. In highway urban driving, I think it'll be more semi-autonomous features where it will keep the driver at the center of control. So I do think it'll be variations on a theme.
So it sort of has to be a controlled environment.
Yes.
It has to be a controlled environment, which is a very different message, frankly, than we're hearing from some of your competitors.
And well, from our standpoint, we want to make sure our whole approach with our technology right now is keep drivers' eyes on the road and hands on the wheel. That's why we have a lot of voice-activated systems in the car. And as we get to fully autonomous vehicles, we're working our way through to make sure it's right for the customer and it's accessible to millions.